Welcome to Ascending with Toni Rochelle. I am your host, and thank you for coming to see what we're all about on our platform. Now, if you're wondering what this platform is about, if you're wondering what ascending means to keep pushing yourself through life. That's what it means. It means to keep going. It means to thrive. It means to not give up. You know, I know sometimes life is hard. It puts you in a situation that you just don't want to be in. An uncomfortable situation. And maybe sometimes a scary situation. And sometimes maybe just an unbelievable situation. You know, life, it don't really need a title. It just shows up, knocks on your door, kicks you in the butt, and make you feel away. But some kind of way, you got to get up because you got to pay bills. So what's that mean? You got to go to work. You might be a mother and you got to continue being a mother even though life shows up. Or maybe you're that single father that just don't even know how to comb your daughter's hair. I don't know. Life shows up in many different ways. And sometimes it tries to stop us right where we're at. And we're not here for that. We're going to let life know that you're not going to bring us down to the ground. You can ascend through anything that life comes against you. Whatever comes against you, you can ascend through it. And that's what this platform is all about. It's about healing. It's about wellness. It's about storytelling. Because sometimes you might just need to know that you're not alone. So watch this platform so you can hear the storytelling that's going on in the world. And you just might get up and ascend. Now don't go nowhere because I got a special guest in for you. We'll be right back.
This world we live in is so unforgiving. We all have setbacks, but the comeback make the biggest difference. Yeah, what doesn't kill you make you more resilient. So even when your world is falling down, you gotta keep ascending. Gotta keep ascending. Oh yeah, gotta keep ascending. Yeah, even at your worst, you gotta keep your vision. That's the only way that you gon' keep ascending. Gotta keep ascending. Oh yeah, gotta keep ascending. Yeah, even at your worst, you gotta keep your vision. That's the only way that you gon' keep ascending. Her pain is my pain, her struggle's my struggle. I know how it feels and nobody
Welcome
is
back
there to
to
care about
Ascending
your
with
dreams and
Toni
your hustle.
Rochelle. And just as I promised, I have my guest here, right here, waiting for us to get in her business. Keeshemah Johnson. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Long time coming, isn't it?
Oh, my God. Thank you for coming on this platform.
Yes.
Our platform.
Yes, ma'am. For us.
You
Yes.
ready to have a conversation?
Yes, let's have a conversation.
I want to know, how have you ascended through life?
Oh boy. For me, ascending it has been continual. Every time that I think that I've reached a plateau in something, it's like, God raises the bar to see just, how will I get to that next level? I always thought of ascending as like, you just continually going up, but life doesn't happen that way.
No, it doesn't.
So you might be going up, but yeah, it ain't gonna be like this.
No, ma'am.
It is not gonna be like that.
No, ma'am.
But it's definitely for me, ascending is just growing, and just becoming the best version of myself.
I love that. I agree with that. And what does that look like, being the best version of yourself?
Being the best version of myself means being authentically me and liking that person, loving that person, without having to take away from anyone else.
Ooh.
I always encourage women or people to, you can shine right next to someone else, and it won't dim your shine and it won't dim theirs. But you have to love yourself, and you have to like you in order to. And I'm not saying dirty, nasty, the thing. Yeah, you gotta get, be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do.
So tell me about a time where you was in like a dark space and you didn't know how to ascend.
Well, the most current, I'll say, because life happens to everybody.
It does.
Everybody has tragedy and tragic, events. But in 2020, I lost my partner, my soulmate, the love of my life, to COVID.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, August the 1st of 2020 changed my life in so many ways.
Yeah.
But what I am learning through ascending is that it changed my life, but it also changed my life. You know,
let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let me reposition.
Let's reposition, girl. 'Cause that's a whole nother thing.
It is.
Because the person that I thought I was good. You know, I thought, you know, I had finally figured it out. We got a rhythm. You know, we didn't laid up, and you know, for the time we on lockdown, you know, we each other's best friend. I mean,
that definitely was a time, honey.
Yes. Like I knew so many couples that was ready to kill each other.
I heard that too.
They was calling lawyers, and divorce papers was being printed as they were speaking. But me and my boo, we were chilling. Like it was the best time ever for us. And we had a long distance relationship for years. So it was very special to be able to wake up, go to sleep every day for, you know, however long the lockdown was and that time we had. But then COVID came. And
I hate you, COVID.
But you know what? I can't, you know, God says, the Bible says that, you know, he makes all things beautiful in this time.
Yes.
And it's not some. It says all for a reason. It says all for a reason. He don't mince words, and he don't confuse words. He means what he says. And so I died, and it was a very dark time for me. But I had to die in order to be reborn, in order for this woman who has been recreated from that tragedy and from that loss to walk in this authority, in this boldness, in this knowledge that I would have never had I not gone through that. And not to say that it diminishes the love for him or our love or our relationship or our connection, but I would have never ever had the strength. You used to call me you a soldier. I was like, you a soldier. Don't worry about that. I don't know what you're crying for. You a soldier. And I'd be like, so mad. I just want to be held and petted. He's like, you're going to be all right. You're a soldier. So I have tapped into that soldier. Yeah, I really love have. That. Yeah, I've tapped into
tapping into soldiering up.
Into the soldier. I stepped up, got my armor, and we ready to go.
What did that look like? Like what? Like did you meditate or did you?
No. Crazy part is I started writing.
You started writing?
I started writing. I've always journaled.
Okay.
Since I was a little bitty girl, I've always journaled. I used to always say I would never, when I died, I'm going to have to burn them because I don't want people to know my business.
That's why you're supposed to be writing something you don't want nobody to read.
I was just writing it for me, you know, because it was something about getting what was in my head and my feelings to connect and seeing it on paper. It made it real.
That's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break because we got to pay these bills. But don't go nowhere because I want to know what you was writing about. We'll be back.
The greatest night in gospel is back. The 38th Annual Stellar Awards with performances by Kirk Franklin, CeCe Winans, Ty Tribbett, our hosts Jonathan McReynolds and Tasha Cobbs-Leonard, and more. Don't miss TV's top inspiration celebration, the 38th Annual Stellar Gospel Music Awards.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The world can be yours. Our goal at Otter Pro Consultants is to provide effective solutions designed to boost your business for the global market. It doesn't matter how large or small your company is. Let us tailor a quality system to fit your business needs to assure your company has a competitive edge in the global market. With our 100% success rate, we guarantee we can make it happen for you.
Now the question is, most people say, well, what is the gospel? And I was talking to one brother who told me the gospel was this and preaching that and preaching this, preaching the Bible, preaching. I said, no, that's not the gospel. It's not the gospel. So actual gospel, the gospel is the power of God that releases the effects of salvation, amen, in our lives.
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Welcome back to Ascending with Toni Rochelle, and we're still here with Miss Johnson. So you had started talking about, like, you started writing in the time of this bereavement?
Yes, in the time of the grief. Like I said, I'd always journaled. I always read. An avid reader, love reading books, but I never thought that I would actually be an author. Like, I would actually write a book. And so because I just thought I just have so much going on in my mind. Like, how do you string it all together? How do you get it to flow? How do you connect it? Like, people will be so confused because I'll be here, over there, around the corner, and everywhere. But like 2 months before, Maurice, my beloved, was Maurice Austin, from the city, from the Point. Yeah, Bayview, Hunters Point. Originally from Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, wow.
Yes. But 2 months before he passed, he was sitting on the bed, and I was walking around the bed, going to my side of the bed, and he just blurted out. We had been together over 30 years, and he said, "Baby, you need to write a book." I was like, okay, I could see that. I could, because I'm a teacher. My profession is teaching. Been a early childhood educator for over 30 years.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, well, I could probably do it. In my mind, I'm working. And then here's the punchline. He said, "You need to write a book about us." Not.
She don't want her dirty laundry out there like that.
Out there like that. Oh, nah, brother. And you, the city know you. Ooh. Like, oh no, homeboy, not. But after he passed, and because there was so much of a buzz, I needed to clear the air. I needed to tell my story my way, in my very own words. And that was the only way that I was going to tell it. I wasn't going to let nobody else tell it. I didn't need nobody to speak for me, speak for myself. And so I began writing the first book, which is called When She Became His. He was her first love. She was his last.
It sounds like a romantic story.
It is black love. Do you hear me? Yes, it is black love all over up in it.
Love that.
Yeah. We met at McIntyre High School, School of the Arts in San Francisco. Young, I was 15. He was 19. He was a young father at the time. I'm young and naive, new to the city.
Very naive, man.
Green.
It's a city situation.
Do you understand me?
I do.
Yeah, new. So yes, and we met, and there was an instant connection. Instantly. he would say that he knew instantly.
I love it.
That, but it took me some time. I just didn't know, I could trust.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's right.
He was running game, or he was being real. Now, you being real, then yeah, we can really get to, we can really work something out. But now, if you running game, I'm gonna need you to hit the line of the rest of them.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, he was real.
He was the real deal.
He was the real deal.
Real deal, Holyfoot.
Up until the day he died, he was the real deal. Yeah, he was.
So he wants you to write this book about y'all. Did he have like certain stories, like love stories that he wanted you to share? Like, what did he really want you to dish out?
This the thing. This was the conundrum that I was in. But I felt like that what he wanted was for me to be able to reveal who he was. Like take away the facade that people saw him as. Yeah. And what I knew him as.
I think we all definitely want something like that.
And be able to trust somebody to tell your story. And to not dishonor you, not to shame you, but do it in a respectful manner. And so that's what I did. The very first chapter that I wrote was about I got to the blessed part of being able to see him before he passed. So I got to go to the hospital. So that was the first scene that I wrote, and
especially during COVID, because that wasn't happening.
No.
Wait, so did he pass from COVID?
Yes. He did. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, he did pass from COVID. And he had some health challenges. He was a diabetic, and he had suffered like several strokes, 7 of them actually. And he would always bounce back. So I would call him my bionic man. I'm telling my age, but yeah, I would call him my bionic man. And but this COVID thing, he got it on he started showing signs on a Thursday, and he passed that following Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was, and I was looking for signs of stroke. Like what, is his face gonna slump? Is glucose? But that was not. Yeah. Yeah. It was not what it was. So. Yeah.
And you had to pull yourself together in the middle of all this. And you telling me you started writing.
Yeah, did I? Yeah, because if I didn't, I would be in A50. Because, people was trying me. Yeah, so I had to find a way to release, first of all the questions that I had, all the confusion. I had to try to process something. It had to be some good to come out of this. Like, it had to be. There's no way that God is too good. We know God is good. God has been too good to us.
Great.
Yes.
God is great, community. And God, I hope you're paying these bills for us, because we're going to go to a commercial break and we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
The greatest night in gospel is back. The 38th Annual Stellar Awards with performances by Kirk Franklin, CeCe Winans, Ty Tribbett, our hosts Jonathan McReynolds and Tasha Cobbs-Leonard, and more. Don't miss TV's top inspiration celebration, the 38th Annual Stellar Gospel Music Awards.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The world can be yours. Our goal at AutoPro Consultants is to provide effective solutions designed to boost your business for the global market. It doesn't matter how large or small your company is. Let us tailor a quality system to fit your business needs to assure your company has a competitive edge in the global market. With our 100% success rate, we guarantee we can make it happen for you.
Are you looking for LED video walls, pro audio, lighting, or Hammond organ service?
Welcome back to Ascending with Toni Rochelle, and I hope that you're enjoying this platform so far as we are getting all up in Miss Johnson's business of how she has ascended.
Yes.
And let me tell you, I think it's very brave and great that you were able to express yourself through writing during a time that was so difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me more. So you was obedient.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And but through that obedience of starting, because I really didn't think it was a book. I was just writing to, first of all, not forget what had happened.
Yeah.
Also to get the rawness of it out in a way that I wasn't holding it in.
Right.
And then I just would write. I would wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and a memory would come, or I would dream of something. And so I pull my laptop out and I would just write.
That's
just
very
write.
disciplined.
Yeah. No, just off the fly, really, for me.
Yeah.
I was teaching full time, but I still was like, I don't know if I'm brave enough or if I have enough courage to really put myself out there like that. That's a very vulnerable thing to do.
Yes.
And if I'm
your
gonna
cheerleader
do it,
wasn't here to tell you.
absolutely. He would be the one. Oh,
Yeah.
love them. Don't worry about that.
I don't even know him, and I can hear him saying that.
Oh yeah. Worry about that. We ain't nobody worry about that. So, but yeah, and so I was really nervous. I was starting to have anxiety, but I did it. I found a publisher, editor, and I sent him the very first raw material, like, stuff chopped up, cut and pasted together. And I just wanted to see, because I didn't believe that I could do it, really. And I would tell my kids, my pre-K babies, you can do anything you want to do. You can do it. You can be, and I believe that for them.
Yeah.
But did I really believe that for myself? So I sent it to the editor real quick. I did it real quick, right before Christmas.
Well, how many pages was it?
Ooh, maybe about 4 chapters.
Oh,
yeah, it was about 4 chapters.
Okay.
Like I said, it was very raw.
That's almost half of the book.
But I was like, well, let's see what he say.
Yeah.
And so I sent it to him, and the very next day he emailed me. He told me to call him, and I called him. He said, I think you got something. He said, I don't know where you're gonna go with it. He said, but I think, he said, and this is what sold me. He said, it's very unique.
Wow.
I was like, okay. So I, went ahead and finished what I thought was a manuscript, a full manuscript. Yes, and sent it to him, and we got to work. On the first book. Terrified. I was
just about to say, how was that process?
Ooh,
like, how did you center yourself?
Oh, it was really, it was God, because he was very good with, he knew I was still grieving. He knew I was very vulnerable, and he knew I was scared. Yeah. So he was very careful with me,
So you picked the right person.
Yeah, I did pick the right person, which was important. But he was also truthful, and that's very important to me too. I don't want to be flattered. I don't want to be lied to. I want you to tell me the truth. If I don't have something, tell me, and we can move on to the next thing. But he was very truthful, and so we would have these discussions about whatever. He would read something and say, oh, well, this doesn't really answer the question. Tell me what you were thinking. But he didn't change my voice. He allowed it to stay me, as if I was still telling the story. I call him the cleanup man. He just cleaned it up.
I love that.
Yeah. And we got self-published. Yeah.
Was you in shock?
Absolutely.
Was you excited?
Absolutely. Not yet. Not yet. I still, it took me a minute to really, even after I got it in my hand and people started buying it, I think it really hit me when I used to do this thing called Sip and See on Facebook Live, where we have a Sip and See on Sundays. And I had a guest on who had ordered the book, and an aunt in Texas, and she was reading from the book. And that's when it hit me, the power of words. I knew the power of other people's words, but for the first time, I heard the power of my own words.
Yes.
Yeah, and so that was powerful for me. And I decided I found my lane. I found my lane. Writing is my lane. It is my lane. There is a freedom that I have never felt like I have with writing. I can be me. I can be unique. I can
It's
say
so
what
intimate.
It very intimate, and it's so clever. You know how you can take words. I've always loved words, and how to you play with them, and how it can mean one way in one concept and another in another concept. But I ain't no English. Like I ain't like English or literature or nothing like that. But I always have loved words.
I want to paint the picture.
Okay.
So like when you were writing, did you have like meltdowns in between? Because you was writing about him and memories and stuff.
Yes. It was very bittersweet.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. It was very bittersweet. But because I allowed myself to go through them, they began to not be so bitter.
Yeah.
They became sweet, and I could laugh. You know, it would time because Maurice was very funny, very funny. Yeah, hilarious and very inappropriate. You don't know when or what's gonna come out of his mouth. And matter of fact, his whole family is like that. So yes, always kept me on my toes, and so I could see there were times and memories that would come in. Things I hadn't thought about in years, would start coming. I was
okay.
small.
We're gonna stop right here, and we're gonna hear some more about Maurice. Okay, Mr. Funny Guy. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
The greatest night in gospel is back. The 38th Annual Stellar Awards with performances by Kirk Franklin, CeCe Winans, Ty Tribbett, our hosts Jonathan McReynolds and Tasha Cobbs-Leonard, and more. Don't miss TV's top inspiration celebration, the 38th Annual Stellar Gospel Music Awards.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The world can be yours. Our goal at OtterPro Consultants is to provide effective solutions designed to boost your business for the global market. It doesn't matter how large or small your company is. Let us tailor a quality system to fit your business needs to assure your company has a competitive edge in the global market. With our 100% success rate, we guarantee we can make it happen for you.
Are you looking for LED video walls, pro audio, lighting, or Hammond organ service?
Welcome back to Ascending with Toni Rochelle, and I hope y'all are enjoying my guest because I'm enjoying her. All I can think about is your guy just laughing right now.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is.
He like,
yes.
She got herself on TV.
Yeah, but she done put herself on TV. About time. Definitely.
So you definitely ascended through going through the grieving process.
Yes. Still.
I like that.
Still grieving. I don't think I'll ever. People say get over it. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'll ever get over it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to actually. Not that I don't want to be stuck.
Yeah.
I want to continue to grow. I want to continue to challenge myself. Mm-hmm. But I will never get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never will.
I appreciate you sharing that because that is the stamina of like, I just wish you would get over. I remember when I had a friend of mine that was grieving over her mom, and I wanted her to get over it, just because I didn't want to see her sad and upset. But then when I went through grief, I understood it.
Yeah, I mean,
so
and
I appreciate you saying that.
And I get it. I mean, people who love you, they don't want to see you hurting.
Yeah.
But Maurice used to have a saying that which I have in the one of the chapter titles is pain brings about a change, and the only way for change to occur is through pain. So you have to endure that pain fight that pain and
Fight that
confront
pain.
it.
Ooh.
You know,
Mhm.
yeah, you have to, because otherwise you're gonna be running from it. You know, and it's not, you're not really healing. You just slapping on a Band-Aid.
So let's talk about these books. You got not
I have
one
two,
book,
girl.
but two books.
Two, girl, and writing a third one.
Yes, Lord. What he doing?
The one that didn't want to write. Yes,
Wow.
yes, writing a third one. So the first one is, again, When She Became His. He was her first love, and she was his last. That is the story of me and Maurice, how we met, how things over time, we kind of broke up, got back together.
Those
had
challenges.
had long distance relationship for years, coast to coast. You know, he lived his life, I lived mine, but we did it together. And then the next one, the second book, is called Wisdom Should Be the Principal Thing, Grown Woman Status.
Ooh, she grew up, y'all.
Oh yeah, baby. I had to put my big girl drawers
Okay.
on. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Life was like, okay, so what you gonna do? You gonna lay here? You gonna get up?
So it made it easier once you wrote the first book to go on into the second book.
I don't know
How long
about-
was the time frame?
The first one? I think probably took about 9 months from start to finish. The second one, I wrote it in about 6 months, but we had some printer issues.
Okay.
So here's the thing with, writing books, and I tell people, anything you do is work.
Anything
Like,
you-
yeah, it's work. It's a everyday thing. Like, it ain't no, I just wake up and
testify.
yes, it's work. It's work. You gonna have to put something into it, but you put stuff in other people and everything else. So
Yeah.
why you can't put something in it yourself? So
Yeah.
this one, we had some printer issues, and we finally got it out, because I think it was supposed to release in September, so it didn't release until this year. But it was right on time. It was timing.
Where
It was
can they
timing.
find these books at? Where can they buy these at?
These books are available on my website at www.whenshebecamehis2021.org.
Okay.
Also, we do Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, all of them at When She Became His, and Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, TikTok. TikTok. I'm a TikToker. They all are on there, and it's all self-published. You hit me up, send a request, I sign it, box it, ship it. Yeah, my sons help me with it, but yeah, we are a family run thing. Yeah, no Amazon. Maybe later. I do want to get it on like the e-read or Kindle or something like that. But other than that, I like to package it that way.
So what is next for you? What you got going on? What's coming up? How can the people get to know you even more closer? What's going on?
So my real passion, other than writing, is to help others write their stories. I think it's really important, not only for our generations, but for the generations to come behind us.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of James Baldwin and Toni Morrison, and just seeing how them writing about the time and times past, how prevalent and how needed that is for our history. And I want to encourage others, especially women, to do that.
Yeah.
So I have the writers workshop that I'm doing, a 6 weeks course that we're doing about writing.
Okay, so tell the people again where they can sign up.
Yeah,
I know they're ready to sign up.
Yes, come on, y'all, let's do this. Again, also at www.whenshebecamehis2021.org. It's on the website as well. Very reasonable. We ain't trying to get rich.
Yeah.
But we are trying to just take the stigma off of, first of all, that Black people don't read, Black people don't write, and that we don't have anything to say, because we do. We do.
Wow.
We do.
Okay, we're running out of time, but if you had to tell anyone out there in community words of encouragement and they were in your situation, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, first, I'm going to give you a gift first. And
I'm
then
not-
I tell
a
you.
gift for me?
Yes, I got a gift for you. I know you have the first book, but this is the second book.
Thank you so
And
much.
then we also have T-shirts that say Grown Woman
now y'all
Status.
know I like fashion, okay?
So I want you, yes,
sure
honey, you
will.
are part of the Grown Woman
I think I got
Status
some
Club.
shoes to go with
Yes,
this. Yes.
rock it, please, rock it, yes.
Let me open this up because I know community want to be in my business. They want to see, and then they might just want to be a part of the crew too.
They might want to be a top part of the club.
You know how we are in the bed. We put a T-shirt on in a second.
In a minute. Yes.
Thank you, sis.
You are so very welcome.
I love that. I
yes.
feel honored. I can't wait to wear it.
Yes.
Now I'm going to have to style it up.
Oh, please. Please. You see me? You see me? Yeah, so we get it popping. But I will say, only person stopping you is you. Mm-hmm. And all it takes is one step at a time, one day at a time. Just the smallest things.
Yes.
For me, some days it was just getting up and taking a shower.
Mm-hmm. Say that.
For me, it was just opening the windows. For me, it was walking out of my house or out of my room. Mm-hmm. Going out to eat or, being around people. For me, that's what my one step was. But all it took was one step.
One step. Y'all heard it first, community. One step. You can do this. Don't go nowhere because we still got a little bit more in store for you. We'll see you soon.
The greatest night in gospel is back. The 38th Annual Stellar Awards with performances by Kirk Franklin, CeCe Winans, Ty Tribbett, our hosts Jonathan McReynolds and Tasha Cobbs-Leonard, and more. Don't miss TV's top inspiration celebration, the 38th Annual Stellar Gospel Music Awards.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The world can be yours. Our goal at Otter Pro Consultants is to provide effective solutions designed to boost your business for the global market. It doesn't matter how large or small your company is. Let us tailor a quality system to fit your business needs to assure your company has a competitive edge in the global market. With our 100% success rate, we guarantee we can make it happen for you.
Are you looking for LED video walls, pro audio, lighting, or Hammond organ service?
Welcome back to Ascending with Toni Rochelle, and I hope that you enjoyed this platform today. I want to thank my guest, Keeshemah Johnson, for coming on the show today. She had a powerful story, but what she said was very real. Just take one step. Take one step and make that decision to not be stuck, to not be stagnant. Do what you need to do. Get some affirmations. Maybe you work out. Maybe you do some writing like she did. And it was a very enlightening to hear that, like, she found her calling, her lane, as she said, in the middle of a time when it was so darkness. Now, I know that can happen for you too. Sometimes we try to plan our lives and we try to make ourselves be and feel certain ways, but just be authentic and take that one step. And I know that you can ascend too. I know that you can get through what you're going through, what's faced against you. And it's scary, and it's going to be work, but you can do it. And if you need a reminder, if you're feeling a little low, a little down, or just feeling alone, as we do, watch this platform. Get inspired. Listen to the stories that are being told. And listen to how they have ascended. And maybe you'll get a couple of pointers. Tell a friend to come and watch it with you. Get some popcorn and get up close and personal with this platform. And until then, y'all know what to do. Keep on going. Keep on pushing yourself. Keep ascending. Peace.
The greatest night in gospel is back. the 38th Annual Stellar Awards with performances by Kirk Franklin, CeCe Winans, Ty Tribbett, our hosts Jonathan McReynolds and Tasha Cobbs-Leonard, and more. Don't miss TV's top inspiration celebration, the 38th Annual Stellar Gospel Music Awards.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut, the one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink, or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking, now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed, better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead, catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The world can be yours. Our goal at OtterPro Consultants is to provide effective solutions designed to boost your business for the global market. It doesn't matter how large or small your company is. Let us tailor a quality system to fit your business needs to assure your company has a competitive edge in the global market. With our 100% success rate, we guarantee we can make it happen for you.
Are you looking for LED video walls, pro audio, lighting, or Hammond organ service?
I have decided to fight the pain instead of run because he told me to. The love of my life seen something in me to fight the pain and to keep going. No, I didn't know that it was going to come out with the word. I didn't know that the pencil was going to touch the paper and the paper was going to make sense and the words were going to make sense and it was going to resonate in my spirit to keep going. Something died in me, physically died in me. And I bloomed, and I kept pushing myself because I knew that I needed to get the feelings that was going on inside of my body out on this piece of paper so I can start to heal, so I could keep going because he believed in me. The love of my life believed in me. And something inside of me died, and I was reborn. Reborn to life, reborn to smile again, reborn to help others to push themselves as I did, help others to not be stuck in a dark place like I did, because the love of my life told me that I should do it. The love of my life loved me so much that he seen me as I didn't see myself. So I had to put the words on the paper so the paper can be reality. And the reality is that you need to just take one step to push you through, one step to get you through, one step to make it happen, one step to be the change of your own happiness, to be the change of your own life. You can, you will, you can take one step to ascend.
Your world is falling down, you gotta keep ascending. Gotta keep ascending, oh yeah. Gotta keep ascending, yeah. Even at your worst, you gotta keep your vision. That's the only way that you gon' keep ascending. Gotta keep ascending, oh yeah. Gotta keep ascending, yeah. Even at your worst, you gotta keep your vision. That's the only way that you gon' keep ascending. Her pain is my pain, her struggle's my struggle. Shit. I know how it feels when nobody is there to care about your dreams and your hustle. I know how it feels when you living your life on a budget as tight as a huddle. I know how it feels when you stuck in the mud trying to figure out how to rise above the rubble. Now the lost child is a lost teen that can barely breathe with a pretty smile and low.